Can't hear you, you know. That's why we needed you.
Why didn't you tell me?
Would you... could you have believed me? It was something you had to come to gradually. Only after everything you've seen, everything you've heard, could you possibly be able to accept the truth.
I don't want this. It's too big.
That's what Jesus said. Yeah, I had to tell him. You can imagine how that hurt the father. Not to be able to tell the son himself, because one word from his lips would destroy the boy's frail human form. So I had to deliver the news to a scared child who wanted nothing more than to play with other children. I had to tell this little boy that he was God's only son, and it meant a life of persecution and eventual crucifixion at the hands of the very people that he'd come to enlighten and redeem. He begged me to take it all back. As if I could. He begged me to make it all not true. And I'll let you in on something, but then it's something I've never told anyone before. If I had the power, I would have. It's unfair. It's unfair to ask a child to shoulder that responsibility, and it's unfair to ask you to do the same now. I sympathise, I do. I wish I could take it all back. But I can't. This is who you are.
Everything I am has been a lie.
No. Knowing what you now know doesn't mean you're not who you were. You are Bethany Sloan. No one can take that away from you, not even God. All this means is a redefinition of that identity. The incorporation of this new data into who you are. Be who you've always been. Just be this as well. From time to time.
Guess this means no more cheating on my taxes.
To say the least. Look, do you mind if we adjourn to somewhere a tad more habitable and a bit warmer?
Fuck, man, I think this shit just kicked in.
Excuse me, weren't we just in the woods? What are we doing here now?
Going out in style.
The voice.
The apostle.
Now, who's this motherfucker?
It's the voice of God. Show some respect.
Oh, the voice of God. Where's the rest of them?
It's funny you should mention that. We're not sure.
What?
Come on, Apostle. Didn't it ever occur to you that this Bartleby Loki situation was well within the sphere of his control?
Yes, but then why was she tapped?
You know those constitutionals he likes to take?
Constitutionals.
I think we're beyond euphemisms at this point. God's a skee-ball fanatic.
The Lord has quite a fancy for the game. He's been playing it for years. He assumes a human form once a month and indulges. Doesn't tell anyone where he's playing. He just goes away for a couple of hours. And from what I understand, he always gives his free points away to neighborhood children. Isn't that sweet?
But she hasn't come back from one of these day trips, is that what you're saying?
No, she hasn't. And we've been unable to locate her.
He could have been killed. I mean, human form does have that drawback.
There's a different sort of foul play afoot, children. Whomever has set the renegade angels on their path and is keeping them quite well hidden is also responsible for the Lord's whereabouts. Were he to be killed in human form, he'd have returned immediately to heaven. Someone knew enough to keep him biologically alive but incapacitate him in another fashion. And as omnipotent as we are above, I have to admit that we're more or less lost without his presence. We've had our people looking everywhere for him. And I tapped her because I thought we might be able to smoke out whoever's behind this, but whoever he is has been clever enough to send some lackeys after you as opposed to showing up themselves.
Could it be Lucifer?
Not Lucifer. If he was, he'd have made his move by now to conquer heaven. And I know he's not responsible for Bartleby and Loki because he's had just as much to lose by their return as anybody else.
So what are we gonna do now?
Well, I say we get drunk because I'm all out of ideas.
Well, why don't we just ask this guy to close the church?
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, it's the guy in charge of the church thing.
Cardinal Glick?
Maybe we can just ask him to shut down the church. If it's closed that day, those guys can't get blessed or whatever, right?
Good Lord. The little stoner's got a point.
Maybe we could go talk to this guy, Glick. Maybe we could talk him into canceling the rededication ceremony.
We? Are you saying you're back in, miss? I don't think I can do this anymore?
I wouldn't want to let the family down, though, would I?
Well, the prophets finally live up to their titles.
Mass attendance is at an all-time low in this country. But if we can let them know the Catholic Church has a little panache, we can win them back. Even get some new ones. Excuse me. Fill them pews, people. That's the key. Grab the little ones as well. Hook them while they're young.
Kind of like the tobacco industry.
Christ, if only we had their numbers.
We really appreciate you seeing us this late in the day, Your Eminence. My friends and I have been traveling all night in hope of getting a chance to talk to you about the St. Michael's rededication ceremony.
So you're looking to help out in some way, I take it.
We'd like you to cancel the ceremony.
I beg your pardon?
There's going to be a world of trouble if tomorrow's ceremony goes forward as planned.
Are you pro-choice?
No, the trouble's not from us. It's from these renegade angels that have been stuck on Earth since the plagues. These guys, they think they're renegade angels.
See, Padre, it goes down like this. These guys think that by passing through that archway, they can go straight to heaven.
You want me to call off the ceremony for that? Who sent you?
We were sent by him who is called I Am.
Cute. Really cute. But come on, kids. Playtime with the Cardinal is over.
Word for Moses.
Stay out of this.
Let's go.
Your Eminence, it's not a joke.
I'm telling you, man, this ceremony's a big mistake.
The Catholic Church does not make mistakes.
Please, what about the Church's silent consent to the slave trade?
And its platform of non-involvement during the Holocaust?
All right. Mistakes were made. But one can hardly hold the current incarnation of Holy Mother Church responsible for the oversights of old. Now, I'm a very important man with very important matters that demand my attention. So, if you please...
But tomorrow...
Tomorrow goes off without a hitch. Do I make myself clear? Neither you nor any other influence, short of the hand of God himself, is going to keep this thing from going off without a hitch.
Headlines now, if there were going to be any. Existence erased.
Don't worry about it. We even the score. Hand it over, Celebum. What up?
You stole the Cardinal's driver?
That's what he gets for messing with a girlfriend. Cross-dressing fuck.
That's sort of sweet. Thanks, guys. So what do we do now about Bartleby and Loki?
I guess we're gonna have to try and kill him.
You said they couldn't be killed.
Correction. They won't be killed. And just to ensure that, we're all gonna sit tight right here until those two idiots pass through that arch.
Hey, there's only one idiot here, Azrael. And I'm looking right at him.
Muse. Just in time to join us for a drink.
Hey, where'd you come from? Where'd you come from?
Me? Nothingness. And that's where I'm returning to in approximately, 1 hour.
All right, Plato. Sounds like you've had enough already. Let's go.
Oh, darn it. Come on, barkeep. Just one drink, one for the road, then I'm gone.
I was trying to find you to tell you. I figured out who was behind all this.
Is that who I think it is?
None other than.
Who is it?
All right. One drink, then you're gone.
Give me a holy bartender.
Never heard of it.
He doesn't know how to make a holy bartender. You do, don't you, Muse?
Don't.
Ah. Anybody? No? Well, I know how to make a holy bartender. Get it?
Sweet Jesus, Asriel, why?
Come on, demon. Let me see you try that shit on somebody who's already dead.
Oh, Apostle, you maintain that kind of an attitude, and you and the barkeep won't be the only corpses in the room. The Christ bitch will join you.
Are you really that stupid? You do know what's gonna happen if those two jerks enter that church.
I'm actually counting on it. And if my calculations are correct, the pawns are moving into checkmate as we speak.
Holy bartender, I get it. It's a great one.